So I'm in the directory where our project is. We have our files. In the last video, we showed how the commit object is created, but back then we forgot to link the second commit to the parent commit, to the first commit. So I'm just gonna do this in this video. So if we do, for example, git log, you see that Git says there are no commits yet, while we have saved 2 commits, but they are independent commits and there are no pointers to them at the moment. I should mention that you don't need to learn these git plumbing commands that I'm gonna do in this video. I'm just doing this for the purpose of linking the second commit to the first commit, and so that our history is okay for the people who are following this. So let's get started. The first thing we need to know is that we need to find the hash ID of our commit objects. Now, if I do ls git objects directory, there are a lot of objects here. I don't know, some of them are blob IDs, some of them are trees, and two of them we know that are our first and second commit. But from this I cannot really know which one is which. So what we can use is git file system check command, and then we can use unreachable. And this will show us these 2 commits that are unreachable. And I can copy this and I can use another command, git show, and then paste the hash ID of this commit to know whether this is the first or the second commit. And I see that the commit message is add new ideas. And if you remember from our previous video, this is the message of the second commit. All right, so far so good. Basically, this is our second commit. So if I'm gonna repeat the command, so basically this is the second commit and this is the first commit. So what I'm gonna do in this video is to link this second commit to the first commit, so to provide this the hash of the first commit as the parent of this new commit, as well as to add these 2 commits to our branch. And we will talk about git branches in details later. All right, I need to repeat the git commit tree, but I need to have the hash ID of the tree that we have. So for this, I'm gonna find out the tree from inside the commit object. So I'm gonna do git cat file -p to look at the content of the commit object, the second commit, and the first one is the tree. And here I will copy this. Now I would need to do git commit tree, the hash of the tree. And now this time I will not forget to provide -p, the parent. So now I need to go and copy paste the first commit. So I'm going to copy paste the hash of the first commit and paste it here as the parent. And then we will give a message. I'm going to just say add ideas.txt this time and hit enter. And now we have a new commit object. And let's check our new commit object to see what is inside. Copy the hash ID, paste. And then we see that this is the tree, which is the same tree that we used to create the commit object. But now this time we have a parent, and the parent is basically the first commit. And then again, the author and the committer, as well as the commit message. All right, it looks good now. Now, if we do git log, we still see that the Git says that this current branch master doesn't have any commits. Now, the last step is to make a pointer from the master branch that points to our second commit. And for this, we can use git update -refs heads master. I forgot to give the hash ID of the second commit. So let me get the hash ID of the second commit. And now run it again. And there we go. Now if I do git log, now we have the history. Now you can see the second commit as well as the first commit. Again, I just did this to have the clear history from our first and the second commits that we did using git plumbing commands. You don't need to do this, but to be able to have the same history, you can do it. Otherwise, your history will start from the third commit that we will make in the next video. As we have seen with these two commit examples, it is quite difficult to work with Git plumbing commands, and sometimes you forget to provide, for example, the parent. For example, in the last episode I forgot to provide the parent when I was creating the second commit, so I forgot to provide the hash of the first commit as a parent to the second commit. So that's why I had to go through all of this in this video to fix this issue. In the next videos, we will be using what is called Git porcelain commands, which is higher level commands such as git add and git commit, which are very simple and easy to use. See you then.